Hello everyone, it's Kaisa and I have some great news. The University of Iowa building tours are back and I am touring the communications buildings. I say buildings because the Becker Communication Building and the Adler Journalism and Mass Communication buildings are connected by a skywalk, and that is the thing I'm going to be touring today. I'm going to give you a little headshot of where I'm at right now. I'm pretty sure I'm on the north side of the buildings. We are going to start with the Adler Journalism and Mass Communication building, so let's get in there. The reason why I decided to do these communication buildings is because when I was a new student here at Iowa, they were really confusing to me. There was just a bunch of hallways and loop-de-loops and alleyways. I don't know how to explain it, but it was just very confusing. But anyway, we are on the first floor of Adler, and what you're looking at now is the Daily Iowan room. When you're on campus, you will see the Daily Iowan newspapers all over campus. They're actually so cool. I love the comics that are in the papers. Now we are walking down the hallway of Adler. This video is sped up and will be at various times throughout this video because there are long hallways in both buildings. We are coming to my favorite part here in Adler. I call this the circle room. As you can see, there are a bunch of places you can study here in the circle room, and there are 9 TVs. The cool thing about those TVs is that they are set in different places in the world. One TV could be talking about France's current events, the other one could be talking about Canada's. I mean, it is the journalism building, so it makes sense. We are now headed to the second floor of Adler. Here's just another view of the circle room. Now the second floor of Adler has a couple classrooms and some TA and professor offices here. Here is also the skywalk that connects both buildings. We will be getting to that a little bit later. Yeah, but like I said before, just some offices and some classrooms. Now we are going up to the third floor of the Adler building, but what I like to call the boring floor. There's nothing much up here, except for I like that sign. That sign's pretty cool. But what's up here is, when you look to the left right here, is the main office where you check in to get to your academic advisor. There are really only academic advising offices up here, so nothing much. But what I thought was really cool is straight ahead it said there was a Hall of Fame room, so I went to go look at it. I thought it was going to be cool in there, but there were just people working and I accidentally interrupted them. So that's what you get to see next. I did forget to mention there is a student center here on the third floor. It's just such a great place to do your homework without it being too noisy. I've gone here multiple times to work, and to me it really is a wonderful place to work. But all in all, Adler is actually such a cool building, and if you're ever in Iowa City, you should come look at it. Now we are headed to the Becker Communication Building, and you get to see the skywalk. That's where I was, right over there. And over here you get to see the library. The Becker Communication Building was probably the most confusing building to navigate because there's just, like I said before, a bunch of hallways and alleys and loop-de-loops. So it was just hard when I was a new student figuring it out. But anyway, we are on the first floor of Becker, and what you see right now is the auditorium here in Becker. I didn't go into it because I thought there was a class taking place. I do love all of this art here down here. It's some of my favorite things to look at. But we're going to go into our first hallway of Becker, and I'm going to pause it real quick to highlight what we're going to be seeing. And the one thing I want to highlight is the study center and research stations. Those are so cool here in the first level of Becker. But when we first go around this corner, we're going to go through this tour, and there's just a bunch of offices, a bunch of TA and professor offices. Not really much after that. Now when we head through this door on your left, you're gonna see a production office. This is where you can get cameras and whatever you really need for production. We will see more production up on the second floor of Becker. Like I said before, just a bunch of hallways and doors, but we are headed to my favorite part of the first level of Becker, and it is the study center. The study center is so cool on the first level because nobody is here. I swear there might be 3 to 4 people here sometimes, but there really is no one here. And there's research study rooms with computers in each one, so it's just a really nice place to work. I love finding places that not everyone knows about. Now we are headed to the second floor of Becker. This is probably my favorite floor of Becker, or my favorite part of any building here at the University of Iowa. This is the production level of Becker. To me, I love anything to do with filming or production or editing, so to me this floor is really interesting. Maybe not to you, but it's still really cool all in all. So as we go through this hallway, on your left, there's a green room and there is a gaming room, which is already so cool. And then you go down this hallway and there is a room called quiet recording. When this light is on, everyone is literally silent over here. Now on to the production part. Through this door, there are a bunch of different studios. Usually Studio B that you are seeing on your left is usually open, but I think there was a class going on at this time. But those studios are just rooms full of green screens and different cameras. It's really cool in there, actually. Now down this hallway, there's a TV that never really stops playing. It just talks about how to set up a camera if you're going to film, which I think is a really cool part. I also want to point out, I love that they put labels on all the doors. I just think it's a fun touch. As you can see, I tried to go into Studio A to get a video for you guys, but it was locked. I am now headed to a classroom that was open. This classroom kind of shows what it's like in each studio. There's just a big green screen, couple desks, a lot of cameras. So cool. This is the end of level 2 of Becker, but now on to level 3. Now, level 3 of Becker is the boring floor to me, but there are some classrooms and some places to edit here. So like I said before, there are a bunch of places to edit here on the 3rd floor of Becker. All these rooms are just editing rooms. That concludes our tour for the day. I hope you didn't get confused or lost, and I really hope this helped. Anyway, thanks for watching and go Hawks!